scratch that itch for me? He won't scratch it for me. What he will do is he'll take a tube of ointment and he'll rub that ointment on my itch so that my itch will go away. Not only will the itch be satisfied, but simultaneously I'll never get an itch again. So that is called getting rid of that itch. So Lord Krishna is the skin specialist and your itch is a material desire. If you have an itch, you want to scratch it. But if you go to Lord Krishna and you ask Lord Krishna, please scratch my back. Will Lord Krishna scratch your back? Lord Krishna will put a wonderful ointment that will take away that itch for once and for all. But the demigods are not like that. The demigods are not like that. The demigods are there for the express purpose of fulfilling material desires. That is their position. Therefore, since they are there to fulfill material desires, their philosophy is different. You go to them and tell them, please scratch my back. They'll say, yes, I'll scratch my back, your back, you scratch mine. That's the philosophy. You worship them, you perform sacrifice, you perform devotion to them, they'll scratch your back. But your itch won't go away. It will come back again and again and again and again. This is what is happening. That this is what is happening in the world. People are worshipping the demigods. And as they worship the demigods for fulfillment of material desires, they get happy when their desires are fulfilled. They are ecstatic when their material desires are fulfilled. But those material desires never ever go away. They come back again and again and again. But when you worship Lord Krishna, the supreme doctor for all ills, he fulfills your desire. Please note, it's not that he doesn't fulfill your desire. Dhruv Maharaj told him, I don't want that desire which I asked you for. But what does Lord Krishna say? He says, no, you asked for it, now you better have it. Even if you don't want it now, you just have to have it. So he forces him to accept the kingdom of Dhruva, although he doesn't want it by now. That since you asked for it, bad luck, now you have to take it. But simultaneously he has taken away the desire for it. So it's not that the Lord, Supreme Lord, does not fulfill your material desire. He does fulfill your material desire. But in fulfilling your material desire, he sees to it that you have no further desire again. Therefore it has been said, Akamo sarvo kamo va moksha kamo udaradi tivrena bhakti yogena yujeta purusham param. That whether you have no desire, akamo, you have no desire in your heart, as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was saying, sarvo kamo, or you have all desires in your heart, or moksha kama, you may have a desire for liberation. In all circumstances, simply worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead, because that is the only way. That whether you have no desire, whether you are full of desire or you desire liberation, in all circumstances worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead. My mother-in-law was telling my wife that you should be very careful in religious life. Because if you are too religious, what happens? God takes away everything from you. And especially be careful of Lord Krishna. It's okay you are worshipping Durga or Ganesh or any of these benign entities. But Krishna, he is the greatest trickster. You worship him, and before you know what's happening, he will pull the carpet from under your feet and he will take everything away. In fact, there are many people who have this idea in mind, that if you worship Lord Krishna, that's the most dangerous person to worship. Because if you worship Lord Krishna, he simply snatches things away from you. So, what is the truth behind the matter? The truth behind the matter is that it's a fact. It is a fact. Krishna takes things away from you. In fact, in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Krishna says very clearly. He says, Yasyaham anugranami harishya tadhanam shanay tato adhanam sajanti asya swajana dukha dukhitam. What does he say? He says, Lord Krishna says, that when somebody becomes especially dear to me, and when he becomes especially dear to me, and he also has material desire, what do? I take away all that he possesses. I take away his wealth, I take away his position, I take away his name, his fame, I take away everything. And then this poor fellow, when he's got nothing left, his relatives also abandon him. When Krishna takes away everything, his relatives, his friends, everybody abandons him. And then this poor guy, now he's got nothing to depend on in the world, so he turns to me with full heart. Wholeheartedly he turns to me. So when somebody is very dear to me and he's got material desire in his heart, that's what I do. I snatch away everything from him. And then when he's got nothing else in the world, then he turns to me wholeheartedly. So this is what Lord Krishna says. So I can see many worried faces here in the audience. That up till now, this doctor has conned us. He has conned us into worshipping Krishna. But he never told us this dangerous fact. Now he's let the cat out of the bag. I can't wait till I go home and take down Krishna's picture and put Shiva's and Ganesh and whatever other pictures I was worshipping in the past. So you might be thinking, doctor has conned us up till now. Now he's told us, after I've been worshipping Krishna for such a long time. But don't worry, relax, smile, lean back. There's a way out of all this. The way out of all this is very simple. The way out of all this is that you can get rid of your material desires simply by spiritualizing your material desire. You might say, what's that? You don't have to wait for Krishna to take things away from you before you become serious about him. You simply spiritualize whatever desire you have. You must first of all, you must know what is the difference between matter and spirit. When you realize the difference between matter and spirit, then you will know how to get rid of material desire for once and for all. What is the difference between matter and spirit? What is the difference between Maya and Krishna? In the Srimad Bhagavatam, Lord Krishna says very clearly. And what does he say? Lord Krishna says there that Rite artham yat pratiyeta na pratiyeta cha atmani yad vidyat atmanomayam yatha abhaso tata tamaha. He's giving the definition of Maya in this verse. It's very difficult to get definition of Maya. This is the only verse I have found in Srimad Bhagavatam which gives the definition of Maya so clearly. He says, Rite artham yat pratiyeta na pratiyeta cha atmani. He says, everything which is devoid of connection to me, that is Maya. The definition of Maya is that which has no connection to Krishna, that is Maya. Rite artham yat pratiyeta na pratiyeta cha atmani yad vidyat atmanomayam yatha abhaso tatha tama. That is Maya. So all that which is not connected to God, that is considered to be Maya. So just for example, if you take a typewriter and that typewriter is used to type out a novel, say by Harold Robbins, or maybe The Life of Pamela Bordis, what kind of typewriter is that? It's a material typewriter. But that same typewriter, if you use it to type out the Bhagavad Gita, what kind of typewriter is that? It becomes a spiritual typewriter. Same typewriter. The same typewriter, if it is used to type out something which makes you forget God, is a material typewriter. The same typewriter which is used to remind you about God is a spiritual typewriter. So it's very, very simple to spiritualize your material desire. All that you have to do is that everything that you have, you use it in the service of Lord Krishna. And if you do that, then it doesn't matter what you have. This is the secret of material desire in Krishna consciousness. The secret of material desire in Krishna consciousness is just this: knowing what is material and knowing what is spiritual. There is a story of Ambarish Maharaj. Ambarish Maharaj was the king of the world. I remember when I had gone to Bahrain, I had given this lecture on learning to face death. And whatever you think of at the time of death, that you become. So somebody told me at the end of the lecture, he didn't come for the lecture, he just heard about it. If he had come for the lecture, he would have known what I said. But he met me and he told me that I heard you say that all you have to do at the time of death is you remember something and that you become. I said, yes. He's saying, before I die, I am going to remember Sultan of Brunei. Said, who's Sultan of Brunei? Sultan of Brunei is the richest man in the world. So I am going to remember Sultan of Brunei before I die, and surely I will come back as Sultan of Brunei as the richest man in the world. That's what I want. This is what he told me. But King Ambarish, he was richer than Sultan of Brunei. How big is Brunei? Very small indeed. But Ambarish Maharaj, according to Srimad Bhagavatam, he was the king of the whole world. And although he was king of the whole world, he was renowned as a great devotee of the Lord. So since he was renowned as a great devotee of the Lord, everybody had him in the highest regard, because not only materially he was in a tremendous position, but spiritually also he was very exalted. So Durvas Muni was a renunciate who had abandoned all material possessions to pursue God. He became jealous of him. Durvas Muni was a worshipper of the impersonal absolute. It has been said, Klesho diktaras tesham avyakta sakta chetasam avyakta hi gatir dukham dehavad dhiravapyate. That those who worship God in the impersonal absolute form, they will find it very tough going. It will be very painful and difficult to make advancement because they are embodied. And that was Durvas Muni's position. Durvas Muni had renounced the whole world. And having renounced the whole world, he was worshipping God in the impersonal absolute form. And he felt jealous, he felt envious that here is Ambarish Maharaj, who is king of the world and is also said to be a devotee. I can't bear this. So he picked a fight with Ambarish Maharaj, and to curse him, he specially arrives there. And he arrives there at a time when Ambarish Maharaj is about to break his Ekadashi fast. So Ambarish Maharaj, although Durvas Muni has come uninvited, honors him and tells him to join him in breaking the fast. So Durvas Muni says, I will first have a bath. And Durvas Muni purposely takes such a long time in the bath that the muhurt for breaking the Ekadashi fast is about to pass away, so that he will have to break it at an inauspicious time. So Ambarish Maharaj, he consults all the learned sages in the court. And the learned sages in the court, they tell him that you can have water. Because having water is neither breaking nor is it observing. So you break it by having water, and Durvas Muni need not be offended, and you can join him when he comes back. So Ambarish Maharaj has water. And when Durvas Muni comes, by his mystic powers, he understands immediately that Ambarish Maharaj has taken water. So immediately he shows his terrible temper. And cursing Ambarish Maharaj, he plucks one hair from his head and dashes it on the ground. And immediately from that hair of Durvas Muni, a huge fiery demon comes to devour Ambarish Maharaj. And Ambarish Maharaj, he just stands there with his hands folded, because he is a great devotee of the Lord. He understands that all this is happening by the will of the Lord, so he humbly stands there before him. And the Sudarshan Chakra of Lord Krishna personally comes and destroys that demon to protect him. Because Krishna says, Kaunteya pratijyanahi name bhaktya pranashyati. Those son of Kunti, declare it boldly, my devotee shall never perish. So he destroys that fiery demon with the Sudarshan Chakra, and that Sudarshan Chakra starts chasing Durvas Muni. So Durvas Muni, seeing that Sudarshan Chakra, runs for his life. And he runs through all the three worlds looking for shelter. He runs through all the three worlds looking for shelter. Then he realizes there is nothing left except to take shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead.